Hello everybody and welcome to Lauren Loves Color. This is Lauren. I have a quick flip-in review for you of two new books from two equally amazing publishers. This book was sent to me by Questopia. This is the Delicious Food black background, and then this one was sent to me by the lovely Shershneva. This is the newest in her Color by Color series called Fantasy Women. So let's take a look at this one first. So this one is one of the character books by Shershneva. It is absolutely my favorite in regards to her type and style. I love her character books, and then I love her mandala books, probably second. But her character books always seem to be really great. This is right in line with what she normally does with this color by color style. It features her lovely consistent color palette that's located on the backhand side of the book. And simply what you're going to be doing is following the color of the outline will correspond with the color palette she has, and then you will color it in and it will turn into a beautiful picture. So let's take a look and see what it looks like on the inside. She has a nice color chart here, so you can match her markers or whatever medium you have. You can definitely see from the bright lights that I have here that this is a glossy paper, not a standard Amazon printed paper. So definitely need to use something that's more of a wet medium, like a marker, any type of marker, whether that be water-based, alcohol marker, colored pencils and crayons. I'm not sure how those would look in here. I think I've heard of people having issues with those, but it's definitely a slightly thicker paper, but very glossy, extremely smooth. So let's take a look on the inside. What I love about her books is I love the colored background that she has on each of the pages. She also only includes on the left-hand side the colors that you actually need to complete the image. So it makes it a little bit easier if you know, oh, I'm only using one blue. So anything that I see that's blue is only going to be light blue. And it helps you to be able to kind of differentiate the colors that are in the pages themselves. Now, in regards to Shershneva, I usually rate her on an easy, medium, or hard. I would consider this book probably a medium to medium hard. Just sometimes I rate that just because of the complexity of what's in the image included, as well as sometimes some of the colors. Sometimes people have a hard time seeing the differences, especially between maybe like the orange and yellow orange, or the red and red orange. So when those colors kind of line up against each other, sometimes it can be a little bit harder to see. But definitely, I don't find these books, I've done quite a few of them now. I don't find them very difficult. I find them very easy and relaxing. I really, really enjoy using brush markers on these books. I feel like the brush alcohol markers work really well, just with the smoothness of the paper and don't tear up the brush end of the marker. So yeah, and I really absolutely love the designs. Like I said, I love the characters. The character books that she comes out with, they are by far my favorite. I think she does a spectacular job, especially with the eyes on the character. I think it looks really good. I would love to see her do like a chibi style book, just kind of like a cutesy curl book. She's done her character one, she's done a country one, like country gals or country living, something to that extent. She's done the Women Around the World one, which is my favorite, and she's done this one, and I think those are the only three she's done that are characters, but I could be wrong. But this is really fun, lots of fun images. I believe there's usually a standard 20 or 25 images in the books that she creates. Let's see here, 20. So 20 images in the books that she creates. They are usually also slightly more expensive than a standard coloring book. That's usually because of, I feel like, the quality of the images and of the paper. This is the image that I completed here, which is this girl and her dragon. It definitely gave me very like Game of Thrones vibes. But you can kind of see, I wanted to show you how beautiful it looks once it's done. So I used my Copic markers on here. Like I said, I feel like they work really, really well on this style of paper. And yeah, I think it just looks flawless. I think it looks beautiful. Yeah. I can kind of give you an idea of what it looks like, and also what the bleed through looks like when you use alcohol markers. Still doesn't really bother me because you have the color chart sheet in the front. Plus, I'm so used to the colors now. I really don't need the guide as much as I normally do. So lots of girls and their dragons and characters. This is the front cover page, which I just absolutely adore. I think it's beautiful. The unicorn, just absolutely stunning. Her illustrations are just phenomenal. Look at that, that's gorgeous. She also uses a wide variety of her color palette, so each page is gonna look very different from one another, which I really like as well. So it's not like there's a lot of repetitiveness in the book. And like this one, I would say is probably a little more simple than some of the other ones. There's like just this hint of violet somewhere. I wonder where that is in this page. I don't even see it. It must be here somewhere. It's interesting. Oh, is it? Oh, it's in her earrings. All right, and that is the end of the book. So that is going to be Fantasy Women by Color by Colors by Kira Shershneva. All right, so the next one that we're going to look at is Delicious Food, Color by Number for Adults, Black Background by Color Questopia. They actually even called me out. This was a book that when they were looking for ideas, a book that I had actually recommended. I really, really love coloring food. And I know there's a lot of people out there that do. And in one of their large print, their second volume of their large print book, which is also one of my favorites, they had a couple of food pages on there, and I really love coloring that. And so I was like, you should make a book entirely of food. And so they did. So here it is. This is the black background version that I like, that you don't have to fill in the lines. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. You might like the white background version if you don't like doing that. This is the 24 color palette, or really 25 color palette. Anything with an asterisk is any flesh tone that you want. Let's go ahead and take a look inside the book. When you start at the beginning here, all Color Questopia books pretty much look exactly the same. There is a purchase. You can get your free digital copy of their Highlight Reel Color by Number, which is really nice. That is kind of their compilation book of some of their older books. A couple of tips and things here about the book itself, and then you go ahead and get into it. Now, I got this book for $4.99 when it first came out. That's usually what their standard price, sale price is when it first comes out and is released. And their books, again, are set up very much the same from all the rest of their more recent books. In the black background version of the book, you'll get the black back pages, and you will get the line work that's already done for you. So it's already black. If you imagine this just being little lines instead of filled in black, you can go in and fill out with white, gel pen or marker or whatever you want if you like the white background version. I don't like to fill in all the line work, so I really prefer the black background. Also, it's going to have the color palette of just the colors you need for the image located on the left-hand side of the page. So you can see I really enjoy doing this page. This, again, was just all alcohol marker. I used alcohol marker that matched the palette, and then went around in a slightly darker alcohol marker around all of the edges to kind of give it some shading. And then I used my white gel pen for some of the details. So really cute picture of the ice cream. And then lots of different kinds of pages. This is definitely what I would call one of their more detailed books. Oh, definitely one of their more detailed books. So lots and lots of little pieces in here. So definitely just need to be on the lookout for that. I will say there are a couple little areas where the numbers are a bit too small. I've noticed this in a couple of their books, and I'm going to give them that feedback as well. You can kind of tell from kind of context clues from what's around it what the number should be, but they just have to be careful about that with some of their more complex books, really making sure that it's easy for the person to be able to see the detail of what's inside of there. And I like that's a variety of images. So this is like clearly like looking out at a landscape. Lots of kind of, you know, top down table shots here. Like some hot dogs. Maybe some like Chinese food or something. Again, with some of the chopsticks. Ooh, tacos. This is going to make me really hungry. And this is on more of that standard Amazon paper. So this is not on that glossy, like high premium paper, which I don't mind. I use markers. This paper works very well with just markers. I don't really have any problems with it. And another really nice book by Color Questopia. Looks like queso, my favorite. Pizza. So a really nice book if you are looking to color some food. If you're really hungry, not sure if it's a good or a bad thing. So then you get to the back of the book, and this features just their bonus pages, the candy coloring book, which was actually my very first Color Questopia book I ever owned. This is the black background version. Chibi Girls Volume 2, which was a newer release from them, another really great release from them. Winter Mandalas, another new release from them. National Parks Volume 2, this is a more detailed book as well. Interior Design, which has been really, really popular. This is one of their probably more popular books that they have. Don't be fooled by the ease of it. There are some really funky colors they use for the interior design, which are fun. And they have just their custom color charts in the back. A color testing sheet asking you to leave a review, and then that is the end of the book. So those are the two books that I have to review with you today. I should be having up very soon my December haul and my December completed pages. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all had a great new year, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.